Hey, what's up, everybody? This is James Howard Jr., and you're tuned in to another episode of Nuggets with Junior. Today, we're going to continue in our quarantine challenge, and today, we're going to talk about how we deal with disappointment. Now, we understand that disappointment is a big part of what we're going through right now. Maybe you're disappointed because you lost a job. Maybe you're a graduate and you don't get to celebrate and turn up like you really want to as you celebrate this milestone in your life. We understand that disappointment is just part of life. It's not necessarily a COVID-19 thing or a social distancing thing, but disappointment is just part of life, and we all are going to deal with it at some time. So how do we handle that? Today, we're going to be looking at a story in Genesis chapter 37, and it's a story of a guy named Joseph. Now, we're going to be looking at Genesis chapter 37, and we're going to bounce around basically all the way to the end of Genesis, just highlighting different things that Joseph went through as he dealt with disappointment. Just to give you a little bit of background, Joseph was the youngest of a lot of sons and was straight up the favorite, and the sons, the older brothers, did not like that. And so they sold him into slavery. He becomes a slave in Egypt, and God used all of that mess to get him second in command in Egypt, and he ends up saving a nation from a famine that was going on. So as he went through each level of this, he had some different things that he had to deal with. He had some different things that he had to handle in order to get to where God wanted him to be. And so today, let's talk about 3 ways that we can deal with disappointment. The first thing that we need to do if we're going to deal with disappointment in the proper way is that we have to continue to work hard. Yes, we may be disappointed. Yes, we may be upset. Yes, we may not like that this happened to us, but that doesn't give us an excuse to just sit back and say, man, I give up. No, you can't. Continue to work hard, and you may be saying, well, I don't have a job, or things aren't working out like I want to. Find a way to be productive. Yes, relax, enjoy time away and time off and all that kind of stuff, but look for ways, pray about ways that you can be productive in your life. We see that Joseph, he continued to work hard, and him continuing to work hard afforded him opportunities to continue to level up in the kingdom of Egypt, eventually becoming basically the vice president of Egypt because he worked hard. People saw that he worked hard, and God blessed that he worked hard. So during this time of COVID-19 social distancing, find a way to be productive, find a way to work hard, find a way to maybe even pass certain people who may be chilling right now so that you can become the next starter or the next that you get the next promotion or whatever the case may be. The second thing that we need to remember if we're going to deal with disappointment in the right way is that we have to, number 2, do the right thing. Always do the right thing. During this time, it can be very, very, very tempting to do the wrong thing. We covered that in a couple of videos where we talked about not going into bad habits. But during this time, we cannot give ourselves an excuse to do the wrong thing. You see that Joseph had a major opportunity with Potiphar's wife to sleep with her. She wanted him, but he said, no, I'm going to continue to honor God. I'm going to continue to honor Potiphar, and girl, I'm not going to sleep with you. You can read that story. It's crazy. So he continued to do the right thing. And so during this time, we can't give ourselves an excuse. We can't give ourselves a pass to give in to temptations and to do things that are not of God just because we're disappointed or just because we are upset. And then the last thing that we need to do as we're dealing with disappointment is we have to understand that revenge is not an option. Revenge is not an option. We see that Joseph, he had the perfect opportunity and honestly the perfect excuse to seek revenge on his brothers. His brothers came looking for food in the famine. Joseph had all the food, and so he could have said no and sent them home hungry and sent them home to die. But we see that Joseph understood that it was bigger than him. And if you read the story, he played around with them a little bit. He had to fight those different emotions to not get full revenge out on his brothers. But at the end of it all, he revealed himself and even provided opportunities for his brothers to have more land and to have more food and to have just simply have more. And that could be tough for us to do when we want that person to feel the hurt. We want them to feel the pain that we felt, but we have to move past that. We have to forgive them for ourselves. It's not necessarily for them, but we forgive them for ourselves so that we can continue to move on. So I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. If you want more content like this in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, go ahead and throw a like on this video, turn on your notifications, and share this with a friend. All right, y'all continue to be safe, continue to be smart, and God bless.